Probably right, although there's very little actual evidence. I'll give the full report to my lawyers.
General, we've got to fight fire with fire. Now, if McCabe can use such tactics, then it's up to us to go right back. And
with fire, huh? Coming from you, Harkness, it rather astounds me. But go on. You were saying we should come right back and what? Be specific.
Well,
How are you, General?
Well, how long has he been here?
he was on the train this afternoon, General.
Oh, that explains that fire-eating talk. Jim, it's good to see you. Sit down. Oh, excuse me. Jim, here's quite an admirer of yours. Miss Prescott?
Oh, I'm afraid we've already met, in a way. You see, he saved me from a bad fall today. If he hadn't been there at exactly the right time, well...
Well, it looks as though everybody but me knew Jim Vesser on that train, huh? Well, let's make it official. Now, here is the man you said you'd like to meet so much. Captain Jim Vesser is my secretary, Miss Linda Prescott.
Miss Prescott, it was a pleasure to have been there at exactly the right time.
Sit down, Jim. Oh, you're back. That's good.
No, Gil's still running the job. I'm just here to dig up the reasons for the trouble.
Yes, we thought that would be the best way, General.
Mm-hmm. What have you unearthed so far?
I found a lot of unrest, but nothing you could put your fingers on. Now the agitators are out in the open, telling the men that since the work has stopped, they won't get their back pay.
That is so close to the truth, it's not comfortable. It's going to be very difficult to get the board to grant further advances with us at a standstill. What are your plans, Captain?
General, these leaders are being paid by McCabe to stir up our men. I think we ought to round them up and run them out of camp on a pole.
Well, we'll have to think that over very carefully. Linda, you disagree, evidently. How does Captain Vesser's suggestion strike you?
What he proposes doesn't surprise me a bit. It's exactly what I'd expect him to think. If what he says about these men is true, then the sheriff should be told to arrest them.
Jim, I think she's right.
Why don't you ask her opinion of all the accidents you've been having?
There are men, Captain Vesser, like yourself, that hold themselves above the law and take it into their own hands without proof of their suspicions. They're more guilty than the ones they accuse.
Any man has a right to defend his property against a thief.
Not outside the law.
Thank you, Linda. You stated that as clearly as a Denver lawyer. The injunction must be based on false claims. If you get the train ready first thing in the morning, we'll work to vacate it as soon as I get back to Denver.
Good, General. Hi, General.
Good night, men. Jim?
Good night. Miss Prescott? I'm afraid I don't understand. Have I said something to offend you?
No. General Palmer seems to have a certain confidence in you. And as long as I'm working for him, I'll have to force myself to be civil to you. That's all.
Wait a minute. You sound as if it's something personal. I don't even know you. What have I ever done to you?
Ask yourself what you've done.
What are you talking about?
Ask yourself why you ran away from the DNRG in the first place.
You must have been awfully busy while I was away.
Oh, you'll never know how busy. I never had time to wash a single thing.
Yes, I guessed as much. Little did I think I'd be the first to break in me present for you.
Oh, I could have told you that.
Well, either way, we're in for it. We can't afford to pay them if they don't work, and we can't fire them because we'd never get them back when the injunction's lifted.
There's another way to handle this. Hey, all you men! Over here by the saloon, we want to talk to you.
Now, wait, Jim. We can't defy the courts.
So they'll fine us. Well, how much is it costing us not to work? Listen, Gil, this is pioneer country. The CC and SJ can take advantage of their smart lawyers and stretch out this injunction indefinitely. Meanwhile, McCabe lays track. Let General Palmer handle the legal stuff. We're going to get back on the job. Come on, you handle this. You're the boss. I'll string along in case.
All right, men. We're going back to work. Come on, fellas, let's build a railroad.
You can't give orders in my place.
I'm talking to men from the Denver Rio Grande. That's all you've got here.
Then talk to your people on railroad property. I own this place.
You may own the tent, but it's on Denver and Rio Grande property.
No, it's not. The front's 10 feet off the right-of-way.
How about our pay? Payday was 10 days ago.
You get your pay soon enough.
There's talk that the Denver and Rio Grande is busted. We'll get it before we start back to work. How about it, boys?
Wait a minute. Who put you up to this?
Nobody put us up to anything, have they, boys?
No! Well, you're fired.
Who are you to fire me? You didn't hire me.
No, but I did. And you're fired.
Now, you heard him. Go on, clear out.
Up my place. Get out of here. Get out of here. All of you, get out. Go on, get out of here, all of you.
I think they'll work now. All right, men, back on the job.
Start working. Come on.
Rails up there. There we go.
How does it total up, Dollar?
Well, barely enough of that.
Been like pulling hen's teeth to get this much together. My order stockholders are up in arms. They're even forcing a receivership hearing in Denver day after tomorrow. Because if this injunction still holds for the next payroll, we may be out of business.
What do the lawyers say?
Full of high-sounding legal talk. Supposed to comfort you. Scares me. Like a doctor telling you you've got hay fever and Latin.
So General Palmer says to me, Monahan, you're the only man I'll trust over the mountains to Denver and back. Then I says, General Palmer, with me at the throttle, you've no more worries than a newborn babe taking his first ride in a carriage.
Promise.
What's the matter? Fella waving up the tracks.